Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night. And the beer we're going for tonight has made its way to me from Poland via Greece. It's from Seven Island Brewery and Mason Aleworks. Is this one? It is Skull Smasher. And Skull Smasher is an 8%, just double check that. Yeah, 8% double dry hopped New England double IPA with Citra, Simcoe and Mosaic hops. And that is like a recipe for joy for me because I love Citra, I love Simcoe, and Mosaic is arguably one of my favourite crafty hops of all time. There's not a huge amount of information on here other than your ingredients, which are water, barley malt, oat flakes, wheat malt, hops, and yeast. That's produced in Poland. And like I say, it made its way to me via my colleague in Greece, Nabil. So thank you very much for this one, Nabil. Cool artwork on the can, as we see. We've got a black and red line. Black and red are my colours, as you can probably tell by the chair behind me. We've got a funky moon and all that jazz and all that business. And then you've got the name and the breweries right there. So, yeah, looks good. Let's see if it's any good. Let's get it out into a glass. I'm pouring into my teku today because we can. And the pour is hazy. Nice and hazy. Got a reasonable pour on that. That'll do nicely. So, what we got? We've got a lovely chicken soupy orange beer, off-white tight head. That's your beer up close in a glass. It looks glorious, doesn't it? Let's be honest. It really does. Let's have a whiff. It's nice. It's nice. It's not as intense on the nose as I was expecting with a name like Skull Smasher. I did have a beer from one of the breweries up in the Orkneys called Skull Splitter many years ago, and that thing really was intense. This is more subtle. Totally different beers, of course, by the way. I'm not comparing the two, but the splitting versus the smashing. Splitting, arguably more intense. Yeah, it is. It's metaphorical. Anyway, citrus. Nice, bright, zesty lemon. Hints of soft, sweet stone fruit, bits of pineapple. I was hoping for some dankness from the Mosaic on the nose, but I'm not really getting that. I'm just getting sweet, juicy joy. Stone fruit and citrus is what I'm getting, ladies and gents. It looks good. It smells good. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. That's good. It's really good. Excuse me, 2 seconds. The body on that one is medium to medium heavy. Like a muppet. I left my volume up. Let me turn that down so it doesn't get interrupting us. There we go. Medium heavy, super smooth carbonation, silky mouthfeel, chewy from the hops. And the flavours. It's juicy sweet fruits of super soft mango, peach, orange ever so slightly. The lemon that is really present and obvious on the nose is really subtle in the flavour. It's all about the stone fruit here. Bitterness is low. Hop presence is high. It's balanced. It's tasty. Does not taste like an 8%er. It's super smooth and dangerously easy to drink. A very, very summery beer. That body's exceptional. The finish is juicy. It's slightly dry. I wasn't expecting that. I'm hunting for some dankness, and I'm not getting it. It's a shame because I love it. I love that property in Mosaic, but nevertheless, I'm really enjoying what I'm having here. Hop soup is the best way to describe this one. It's so thick. It is so thick. Before I drink it all, we're going to go to the scoreboard of joy, which currently says nothing apart from the name and the pillars of judgment against which this beer shall be judged: looks, aroma, body, taste and finish, and the bonuses if it does well enough. So let's get the red pen of judgment ready. And then we shall top off the pour and we will give it some points. Visually, it's a glorious beer. Lovely colour, superb level of haze, nice white head on that. That is a good looking beer. Make no mistake. Glorious, isn't it? Yeah. Any reason to give it anything less than full point? No, there's not. So it's going to have one. The aroma is lighter than I was anticipating. That said, I do love the bright zesty lemon on the nose. I love the soft stone fruit that exists behind that. It needs more though. It needs more oomph on the nose. I'm going to give it the 0.5 because it's really, really quite light on the nose. It just needs a huge push on the aromas to really let it sing. The body, exquisite. I cannot fault that in the slightest. It's having a full point. Thick, hop soup, super smooth carbonation, lovely overall mouthfeel. There's nothing to dislike about that at all. The taste, again, it's New England. It's hoppy, it's juicy sweet, it's balanced, it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm disappointed there's no dankness, but it's in New England, so I don't expect huge amounts of, if any, to be honest. But it has mosaic, so I look for it every time. It's hoppy, balanced. It does everything a New England should, and it does it well. It's having a point. And the finish, it's long, it's hoppy, it's juicy sweet. It does exactly what New England should. It sits on the tongue quite nicely for a long amount of time. It's having a point. Yeah, of course it is. So Seven Island Brewery and Mason Aleworks has Skull Smasher's got 4.5 out of 5, which means it can't have the full bonus point. Would I buy it again? Well, as I said earlier, I didn't buy this one first time around. This was gifted to me by Nabil, so thank you, Nabil. Brilliant gesture again. Super tasty beer. I would buy it again if I'd have bought it first time round. Value for money. So this is where I have to play devil's advocate and guess the price. I am notoriously bad at guessing the prices of beers, particularly out of Greece. I always tend to over-egg the pudding and go a bit high. This is a Polish beer. It's an 8% double IPA. That's a New England style, double dry hopped as well. It's going to cost a bit more to produce. I'm going to say if it is around, is that it? I don't know. I'm drawing euro symbols and trying, failing miserably. I'm going to say about €6. If it's around about that, then it's great value. So yeah, that's a board of joy. At least one bonus point of 4.5 out of 5. So there we go. Excellent beer. It's hoppy, it's juicy, it's sweet, it's delicious. What more do you want in a beer of this style? Not a lot more, really, let's be honest, apart from a bit more aroma in this one. And we'll leave it there and say, that's been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I will see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.